Animal chores are one of my very favorite things every single day. In the morning, I get to wake up with the animals and take care of them. In the evening, it's the same thing, and then I put them to bed. And this is just part of my day that is peaceful and quiet. I love the routine. I love doing the same thing day in and day out. And just, it brings me great joy and great pleasure to do this. So, first thing in the morning, I always start with chickens first. It doesn't really matter, but I do it the same so that I don't even have to think about it. We're going to turn off that electric fence first. Always turn it off. And we have this new hen house, which is just a dream. It's really big. The chickens seem to love it. It's easy to work with, and I couldn't be happier with it. Now, the chickens get released because we've got an automatic door that opens for them when the sun rises, which is lovely. So I can sleep in bed as late as I want, and they're up and about. But they still want their breakfast, though. First thing is I give them some scratch grains. And that is a great way to distract them so I can do the rest of the chores that I need to do without having all the chickens following me around because they want their breakfast now. They are not patient creatures at all. And literally, they will peck at my ankles if I don't get them the food right away. Next up is some regular feed. We've got 22 chickens, so they go through a lot of feed pretty regularly, so I try and top that off every day just to stay on top of it. And that way I don't have to think about it the rest of the day. And of course, we're going to refresh all the waters. I'll dump them out if they look like they need it. Sometimes I just top them off if they look clean. This time of year, we're starting to get some leaves falling in, so got to watch out for that just to keep the water clean. But fresh water, good food, and they're going to be fine all day long. Here's our automatic door opener, and these things are awesome. So it's activated by the amount of daylight. So when the sun comes up, it automatically opens. When the sun goes down, it automatically closes. I don't have to even think about it. This one is powered by solar electricity. There's a little panel on the front of the hen house. And so far, it's held its charge really well. We haven't had any problems with it. We also have a door on the inside so that if for whatever reason the automatic door doesn't close, we can manually close off the hen house so that the chickens are protected. Most of the time, this just stays open, but it's there just in case we need it. I have lights that are on a timer. They go on in the morning. They shut off about 8:30 at night. If you keep enough light on the chickens, they will continue to produce eggs throughout the winter. So that's the hope. And then we just have some rope lights that go around the perimeter. And most of the time, we just have the rope lights on. I only turn on that bright light if I need extra light. All right, it's time to get into the goat chores, and I don't have a hose spigot up by the goat yard. So we're going to have to do that the old-fashioned way and grab a bucket for our water for the goats. Luckily, they don't go through a whole lot of water just yet. I hope to someday put some rainwater catchment on the goat shed and switch them to rainwater. It's healthier for them. they can absorb their vitamins and minerals better if they don't have the hard water from the well. So that's a future plan. For now, this will do. So just like the chickens, first thing in the morning, we always want to turn off that electric fence before we go in. I've only zapped myself once with the electric fence, and that was when I first installed the chicken one. Do not want to repeat that experience because it does hurt. It hurts a lot. Oh my goodness. So I'm always super careful about that. Now, as I was filming this today, I had a heck of a time with the goats. They kept sneaking out the gate because I was kind of focusing on the camera and holding that and trying to walk through the gate, and they are so fast, especially Olivia, who's the one I'm yelling at now.
You just want to eat
It's the one I'm trying to get back in right now. This morning I was able to catch her fairly easily and scooch her back in, and she's the only one that got out. But in the evening, I let all 3 of them out. Oh my goodness. Luckily, if they do get out of the gate, they don't go very far. Really, all they want to do is eat the acorns that are on the ground next to the oak trees. So if they do get out, they don't go very far, and it's usually pretty easy to get them back in. And right now, we're just filling up the waters, just like we do for the chickens. We want to make sure that the goats have water. I have one inside and one outside. Between those 2 vessels, they have plenty to drink, even on the hottest of days. I never have to refill it until the next day. Goat feed is a little tricky just because boy goats and girl goats have to have different kinds of feed.
Hungry, huh?
So Arlen, our boy goat, has to have feed that does not have a lot of calcium in it. And the girls need feed that has extra calcium in it. So the girls need the calcium for growing babies or producing milk. But for the boys, the calcium can give them urinary stones. They're very much prone to that. So I have to give them different feed so that they are healthy. So in order to do that, Arlen, our boy, gets the feed inside the barn. I put him inside and I close the door. And he's already ready. They know the routine and they cooperate very nicely. So he's getting his special low calcium feed that also has chemicals, that also has additives to help prevent urinary stones. And then the girls will be waiting for theirs right there so they know I'm coming. And Olivia and Penelope each have their own feed station. And it's the same every time. Goats do really well with routine. So by doing everything the same every time, they know what to do, and they are really smart and very cooperative, especially when it comes to getting fed. And they eat really fast. So I wait until the girls are done, or mostly done, and then I'll let Arlen out. Now, he usually finishes up first, and I'll hear him sometimes running around inside the barn a little bit. He's not upset. He's used to this, and he's just a little feisty. As soon as they're mostly done, I let Arlen out. A lot of times he'll come out and check the girls' feeders just in case they missed anything. And sometimes they'll go in and check his feeder for the same thing. They're like, don't want to let any bits go if somebody didn't eat all of their food. But For the most part, I've got them eating what they're supposed to. And then for the hay, they can all have the same kind, so that's not a big deal. Makes it really easy. And in the evening, I do the goats first, and then I do the chickens after. Once again, it doesn't really matter what order that you do it in, but I like routine. It makes me happy. And you'll see them butting heads. They do that all the time. So it's typical normal goat behavior if you see some head butting or a little bit of body slamming. Oh, and there they go again. The gate is spring loaded. If you open it too far, the spring won't pull it shut, and I was all in that camera again. And this time, all 3 of the goats got out on me. And I was just like, oh my goodness. I was able to get Arlen back in fairly quickly. He is the easiest one to catch, and he is the most compliant. But you could see the camera shaking because I got him in, and then he started playing with the camera stand.
Come over here for you.
Oh, and then I remembered goat treats.
Goat
treats. That's going to help me lure my beautiful girls back in. And they came right in once I pulled out the treats. The only thing I don't like about the treats is sometimes they'll get real jumpy. They don't normally jump on me, but if I've got a bag of treats, they will. So I don't really give treats too often.
If you let the goats out, goat treats will get them back in. Be careful. You guys are trouble.
But treats are really nice to have when you need to motivate some goats to come back into the pen. All right, so now let's get to their regular feed. Same thing is the morning. Everybody gets a scoop. The girls get their feed. Arlen gets his feed. And we follow the same exact routine. Close the door first with Arlen on the inside and the girls out on the porch. And you see he came right in because he knows this is the routine and he knows where he eats.
There you go.
We'll get him started. And the girls again are waiting for their food because they know the routine too. And I'll just wait a few minutes for them to finish. And really, it doesn't take long at all. They eat very quickly. Before you know it, I can let Arlen out again. Shut down all the lights. And the goats are good. I don't give them more hay in the evening. Usually there's plenty of hay in the feeder. And I know they just had grain, and in the morning they'll get another. So I'm reconnecting the top line and the bottom line for the electric fence. Latching the gate. And then I go over to the controls and turn the electric fence back on. So during the day, we don't have the fences on, but at night, we have them on. Now I'm doing my chicken evening routine, and I want to remember to collect the eggs. I think we got 13 eggs, which is a really nice haul for October. They're starting to reduce the number of eggs, so I'm always happy when I get a nice big load like that. I do a visual check. Is the door closed? And then I'm going to count my chickens. There are 22. And it's sometimes hard to count them because they keep moving around. So sometimes I have to count them a couple of times to make sure. A lot of times I'll get to 21 and I'll be like, who's missing? And then I remember I've got to look up because up in the rafters, sometimes we'll get a chicken or two that decides they want to sleep up there, which is fine. I don't care. I just want to remember them so I know to count them. So Delilah likes that spot. She's been up there this past week. So once we've got our 22 chickens and the doors closed, I've collected the eggs, then we're ready to lock them up. And the lights are on a timer, so the lights will stay on till about 8:30. You don't need to worry about shutting those off, which is really, really nice. I like automating things. It makes it a lot easier. And now I'm going to reconnect the electric fence. I have to connect the gate to the fence, and then I take a string and I tie up the bottom of the gate so that no critters can weasel their way through that. I just don't trust this gate. It's a little on the flimsy side. So I just tie like a regular shoelace tie in a double knot. And so far we haven't had any troubles at all. And last, I need to turn the Energizer on. And I've got to press the button in the up position, very top. And the green light will start flashing, and that's how you know that the fence is working. Green flashing is it's working. Yellow is it's charging. So you might see a yellow flash in the morning if the sun is bright enough. So that's it for my animal chores. This part of my day, this part of my life is complete satisfaction and pleasure. Even on the days when I can't find all the chickens or my goats escape the gate, it just makes it fun and interesting. And so thanks for coming along with me as we did our daily chores.